afternoon, ladies and mentogen. You're welcome to Aside Hot, right here on Active Citizens, where we bring you the stories that move hearts and spark conversations across Nigeria and beyond. My name is Ifoma Oji, and I'm right here with the only lady where they always do my back, right here on the show. My sisterly Sharon Enemchuku.
Well, thank you very much for that introduction. What a pleasure. Good afternoon. Thank you. How are you doing?
Sharon, I'm fine. I wanted to tell you to, grab popcorn while we,
Oh, you should have said that earlier.
And I even wanted to tell the, the viewers to equally grab popcorn. Okay. But I mean, we need to live by example. But anyway,
next time.
Yes, next time. But still grab your popcorn. I want us to actually watch one particular video. And after the video, we'll get to comment. But this video is something that will lighten your mood. If you're having a bad day, trust me, this particular video, you will love it. Let's see the video.
There are numerous benefits in this company. The first one is good wealth. In this industry, money is not our problem, because when we talk about money, money is just like a water in this company. The second benefit, you will have sound health. This is a situation whereby you take care of yourself, because the company does not produce sick billionaires. They produce wealthy billionaires. That is why they are into production of health care products, so that you can use it and take care of yourself and look healthier, so that the day of your travel not look sick. Are we together? The third benefit is freedom and lifestyle. Yes, in this company, freedom and life, you have freedom of your own and live your life with style. Freedom here is not like outside there that you will be learning work after your boss will settle you. No. Once your boss settle you outside there, you are not free. Rather, you are just starting your struggles ahead. Are we together? But in this industry, you will join 2 years, 3 years, you totally have of your own. Then what about the lifestyle? You will just live with style. The day the company will travel you, if you build your business well, you will go outside there. You will go, if they travel you like somewhere like Cape Town or Mauritius or even Las Vegas, you will just go there, eat anything of your choice, and you will live with style. Appreciate God Almighty.
Sharon.
Oh my goodness.
I appreciate God.
The company does not produce sick billionaires. What the heck? What was that?
The company will travel you out.
To what? To Mauritius? Hi.
Please, I don't want to laugh too much.
This is interesting.
I saw this and I'm like,
what the hell?
How? And if you watch the top she was putting on, it says no problem.
That's true. No problem. Her
Oh
outfit is rather interesting.
I swear
I think I'll start with the outfit.
the outfit. I don't even know what to say, but this actually joggled my memory back then. I think that should be around 3 to 4 years ago when I went for a certain program, and they said it was is it Long Reach? I can't remember, but it's all this cream and all this brand stuff. You should come for seminar or the other.
Yeah.
So I went for the seminar and I saw this elegant lady. I tell you, she was not looking like this lady that we just saw right now. But she was
shades though, no shades.
No. But she was looking so beautiful. Sharon, from head to toe, she was elegant. She was screaming, classiness. And she started talking. I was buying what she was selling. I'm like, okay, I think if I could actually join this company, that I would start looking like this lady. my sister. And that was how that day ended. I bought some things from there. I think I spent almost, 40,000 naira to purchase from them, because they were selling all this mouthwash, they were selling all these after bath cream and the rest of them. And after buying that, I say make I go house. That's why I enter bus. Lo and behold, do you know who I saw?
Your mentor. Please, the struggle is real. The hustle is real.
She was putting a very beautiful heel. Now she was on slippers, like flip-flop. Wow. I was like, what kind of scam?
So she what you were expecting? She was not actually what she was selling.
Yes, exactly. I'm like, why do these people go to this extent? Why are they not even representing what they are preaching? You're telling people that you will travel, the company will travel you out, but we're looking at you and we're not seeing somebody that the company have even traveled to, maybe Lagos. Maybe.
What was that shade? What was that shade? What do you mean?
Sharon, please, let's hear you. I don't want to laugh.
You know why I'm not laughing with my full chest? It's because I don't fault people who package, right? Especially if you're coming from Lagos. I can't fault people who package, because I have this belief that you have to, it's not fake it till you make it, right? But you address yourself in a certain way that you want to be addressed. So I don't have a problem with the lady that you saw. The struggle is real. You have to do it, especially in Lagos. Like, bro, you have to do things, and I don't have a problem with that. But you see this video, this particular one, haba. Even if it's a lie, try and convince me. Try and convince me.
She tried so hard.
You are selling a luxury product, right? You are selling an idea. Look the parts. Look like it's. Look like it's.
Choosing cap.
What are you telling me that the company does not produce sick billionaires, and because of that is a healthcare? What is that? I know this is supposed to be for last, but to be honest, if you are watching this video and you are into something like that, you have a luxury brand for your business or whatever, just represent that brand. Look the part. Invest in yourself first before you are coming to sell anything to any person. I just think it's ridiculous when you are saying one thing and you don't look like it. I'm not buying that. Exactly. But it's really funny to see.
Exactly. It's really funny. I actually wanted to say, a lot of things as regards this, because I still remember even people that will sell something to you at bus terminals, and you will see them, they will tell you that they are selling a certain book that will make you rich, and then you look at the person from head to toe, you will see even the shoe is not representing any form of richness or anything like that.
No, I get that. If you are going to sell a book to me, imagine if someone drops from a Lambo holding a book, selling that book. I would buy that, because maybe that's what you learned that made you a billionaire. You understand? Definitely. So we need to really promote the idea of packaging to a good extent, not overdoing it, but to a healthy extent. It's important.
I agree. Well, let's move over to the second story, which is more like a big shift in Nigeria's educational system. The Federal Ministry of Education says mathematics will no longer be compulsory for students in the arts and humanities. That means that those that are seeking admission into university, which requires you writing, mathematical courses or even writing math, it's no longer compulsory, that you can now go into university without math. And I'm like asking this question, what does this mean for our educational system in Nigeria? Are we going to that phase whereby we no longer value logical thinking? Are we moving to that point whereby, all this algebra and trigonometry and the rest of them, or even, logical thinking in general is no longer accepted? What society are we brewing this time around?
I read the comments and someone said, what has logarithm done for me? And I couldn't agree more.
I swear.
What has logarithm done for you? Algebra. So, constant
equations
and all that. So when I saw this news, I took a step back. Why now? All of a sudden, it has always been compulsory for art students to get into the university. You have to have maths, English. There are just basic things that you need to have. Them taking it out now, but I'm just going to recall now. I'm done with school, but I'm going to put myself in the position of students, and especially secondary school students who are finding it hard with that subject, right? So for art students, I was an art student, and I know that in my class then, there were a lot of people who found mathematics hard. And initially I did. I just had to learn and, you know, get extra lessons in order to be able to pass mathematics. So for most art students, because of the type of courses and the type of things they are interested in, they don't excel in mathematics as much as other departments. And when I entered into school, I remember when I was about to enter into school, I remember that was one of the reasons I took NECO. Not that I felt like I was going to fail any other course or any other subject in my life. I just in case that maths gives me problem, I'll fall back on NECO. And of course, I remember the study time that I spent studying back to back as a result of that, in order to be able to pass that. Now, I'm just saying that there's a pro and there's a con for this. The con is that people will not, especially for art students, they won't be able to challenge themselves any longer when it comes to mathematics, which is a subject that most people find challenging. So that spirit might die down. But the pro is that now more art-inclined students will be able to get into the university and pass without a hassle. Because most times when you look at their results, it's always math holding them back. And it is very important in our day-to-day life, to be very honest. Still, it doesn't mean that that is the core subject for art students. The core subject for art is literally literature and English and the rest. But I'm not saying maths is not important. I'm just saying that it would be able to give more room for more art students to get into school without having that hassle with maths.
Okay, well said. For me, if I'm to say anything as regards this, I mean, I know then growing up, math has actually been something that was very difficult for me. I was struggling with mathematics, and I think I blame the teachers that were teaching it, because I felt they were supposed to make it more simpler for people to grasp or understand. But we could see that it wasn't possible for me then. And I remember when I went into university, I passed math anyway. When I went into university, I studied what's it called, statistics. And statistics, I made it, I kind of told myself, and I made it mandatory that I am going to ace that statistics. So I paid more attention, and glory be to God, my teacher then, my lecturer in statistics, was exceptional. He broke everything down. I was like, so is this those things that I was finding difficult back then to understand? This is what it is. And it made me, you know, channel more energy into, you know, learning and acing that course. And at the end of the semester, I aced that course with the help of God and, you know, more work. And that goes a long way to say that it's not really about scrapping it off completely. It's about finding a more balanced way or a simpler way to teach mathematics in school. Yes, I know that there are a lot of people that are art inclined that are finding it difficult to adapt in that, you know, in mathematics or reasoning. But at the same time, we still need mathematics in everyday life. When we talk about, you know, reasoning, when you talk about algorithms, when we talk about, you know, a whole lot of things, especially for students in mass communication, they need mathematics because they need a touch of, you know, all these courses to balance that stuff which they call mass communication. So I think that instead of scrapping it completely, they should make it optional for students, and not just making it optional, provide an environment that they will simplify the teaching of mathematics for better understanding. That is my own recommendation. But let's move over to the second story, which is more like an entertainment. Former Big Brother Naija winner Phyna reportedly got into a heated altercation at a hotel in Abuja over a 200,000 naira dispute. Witnesses say the argument started in her hotel room and spilled into the lobby before police were called in to restore order. Phyna and others involved were taken in for questioning. Critics ask, what precedent is she setting for upcoming stars? Now we know, we talked about yesterday that Fame and even Big Brother Naija platform is all about drama and chaos. And we talked about Tacha and how she is people call her a controversial, celebrity. And we talked about the fact that, all these chaotic things and all this drama, it's form of, them remaining relevant in the social media space, you understand? And this is what Nigerians want. They want to see more drama. They want to see more, chaotic situations and the rest of them. But at the same time, if we look at the bigger picture, she won as Bibi Naija, star, and a lot of persons started seeing her as a brand. It's not even that people were seeing her as a brand. She became a brand, and a lot of persons started looking up to her. And I'm like, with all these things, we've seen a lot of battles on social media between Phyna and one person, Blessing CEO, and the rest of them. And we're asking, is this the kind of people that Big Brother, claim or award this kind of things to? Is this the kind of individuals that people are supposed to be looking up to? Is this what we are setting? Is this the antecedent, or sorry, the precedent we are setting for the upcoming stars, Sharon?
I don't think this is Big Brother's fault. I don't think this is Big Brother's fault, if I'm being honest, because how do you choose Bibi Naija winner? It's from voting. So Big Brother did not come to vote for Phyna. People voted for Phyna. And when we were talking yesterday, I just wanted to say something. When we were talking about Tacha yesterday, and I said that Nigerians like controversy. This video I just saw now, it's not like this. What is that? That's gutter behavior. Come on, that's you just being acting rascal. That's a rascal behavior.
Yes. And she's known for Raz, I mean.
Exactly. And that was one of the reasons why people loved her. She was endeared to people's hearts because a lot of Nigerians could relate to that. Yeah. You understand? That means there are a lot of Raz people like that in the society. But to be honest, when you say, well, what does this set for other young stars? If you are a star or you want to become a star, there are people you should look up to.
Yeah.
Leave the fact that we are laughing and we are enjoying the entertainment and all of that. If you want to be serious with your life, there are people you should look up to. I did not say anything, but I said something. If you want to be serious with your life, you should look up to people. There are so many role models to look up to. When you look at what she just displayed here, it doesn't speak well for her as a lady, not to even talk more of her as a brand, because she is a brand, whether we like it or not. Being the winner of such a prestigious award or prestigious platform like Big Brother Naija is not a small feat. It takes a whole lot. She got the attention of everybody, and she had that opportunity, and we've seen what she has done with it. And even though recently she was in the news because of her sister and the loss of her sister, and we commiserated with her on that and sent our condolences, but seeing behaviors like this, I just hope that the young stars you mentioned know who to look up to.
Exactly. But at the same time, I probably want to add that, I mean, for the fact that you are a public figure, I think there is a certain way you are to react to, issues or problems that arise. There are a lot of ways to settle conflicts. Now, let me remind you that this started in her hotel room. So is it that she wasn't able to manage it in her hotel room before the whole issue spiraled into the hotel lobby? It shows that, I mean, some of these celebrities don't have decorum. They don't know how to, manage conflicts. And I think that's another thing that these are celebrities which so many people look at or look up to need to start working on. Not just their PR, because PR can equally come out and write something, but they are not always there with you everywhere you go. You understand, to determine or encourage or advise advise you on how you should react in the public space. So I think our celebrities need to be doing more. But let's move over to the third story, which is more like a heart-wrenching scene in another viral clip. A heavily pregnant Nigerian woman was seen crying at her late husband's grave. She says his family accused her of killing him, seized her 2 children, and even dragged her to court. In deep pain, she returned to his resting place to seek emotional justice and plead for peace. I would actually want us to take a look at this video because she said a whole lot of things that you could see that it was pain, that she was speaking from the point of pain. I really felt, you know, her pain. But let's take a look at the video.
Don't come. They say na me kill you. And so your mama, your elder sister, 2 of them, your friends, all of them, and based on what your mama tell them and your siblings, they make they say na me kill you. And they always they tell you this thing. I go tell you. I go say no be everything that they tell mama. If you get misunderstanding, you no go hear me. Now only me know what in me and your family they face. How they suffer, they come. To the extent of how your mom and your siblings they collect children from my hand. See today your mama sue me, give me lawsuits. The very day when you die, now the next day, now they come carry children. I don't come out. The only thing why I get to tell you, I know the best for you again, no. Only thing why I get to tell you, as many wake up this graveside, lay curse on me, wake curse me. I curse them back. As they tell lay curse on me, lay curse on my children, lay curse on my unborn child. Even though said Emmanuel not be your own. Say because he don't look like you. Even the one who carry said not still be your own. And they curse them because if they get husband, their husband too go die and they go become widow. If they get wife, their wife too go die, they go be widow.
So Sharon, this video, when I saw this video, I felt her pain because over the years, I wouldn't actually say that I have witnessed this, but I've seen a lot of persons that, you know, during marriages, people will celebrate with you, even your mother-in-law, the entire family, and then when you die, they tag it that you are the one that killed your husband. You now become the victim or the bad person, but they didn't remember that they endorsed that marriage. And we are seeing a perfect example of a heavily pregnant woman coming to lay curses on her mother-in-law and the siblings for taking her children, and not just taking her children, ripping her off the things that she owns. And not just that, for the fact that she's pregnant, they even said that the children that she bore were not even the children of the late husband. And she's telling the husband that, you remember when you were alive, I was telling you, stop disclosing whatever is happening in our family to your siblings or even a third party, but you didn't listen to me. So it's more like she was seeking vengeance and trying to see if she can find closure or peace. Let me just hear you. Let me not talk too much on this.
I think apart from seeking vengeance from her late husband's grave, that's a spiritual matter, right?
Yeah.
The body that is supposed to be in charge of giving her this vengeance or this justice that she really truly seeks, it's supposed to be the judiciary. Now, I always have a problem with how people handle their homes. They handle it as though they are not going to die, or something cannot happen, or things don't happen in life. Now, I'm not blaming anybody because you can't speak ill of the dead now, can you? But to be honest, she said something in that video that her mother-in-law took her to court.
Yes.
Now, I don't know the court they went to. I don't know what they charged her for, what the charges were. Is it that they charged her for killing her husband, or they said she was unable to take care of the kids? Now, there are a lot of problems that because when you watch that video, there's some things that she said. She said she gave birth to 2 boys, and they've taken those boys. I don't understand. You see, where the culture should have boundary.
Yes.
Culture should have boundary. Because if she didn't give birth, it would be a problem.
If she gave birth to a female, yes,
it would be a problem. She gave you 2 boys. And she's saying that there's even a possibility that the one in her belly is also a boy. So 3 boys in total that we're looking at now. Now, this is, according culturally, right? She doesn't have a stand if she has a female child. all right, now she has given you a male child. You took the male child away. That what happened? And from what she said it was the next day after. So the man has not even been put to rest before they came to take the children away. You don't like the mother, but you like the fruit she produced. I just don't think this makes sense. And for whichever court, we don't know the full story, that was in charge of listening or holding this cases or presiding over this particular case, I don't know if I would say they did due diligence, if this is what their final judgment was. I'm just saying, when it comes to family issues like this, family courts and the rest, or the high court, should pay more attention to ensuring that they give judgment to the right person. It's not the person that in police, or when we talk, they say it's not the person that goes to make a claim to the police that will end up being right at the end of the day. You have to do due diligence. You have to make sure that this is without any doubt at all. You are giving the right judgment, because to displace a woman like this, a widow like this, who just, a heavily pregnant widow for that matter, who just lost her child, her husband, it's really disheartening. And another thing again is this issue of DNA, because we remember what happened with Mohbad, right? And the whole controversies that surrounded that, and the wife Wumi, and how the father-in-law kept insisting on DNA. Now, I just think that in order to be able to get to the end of this type of matters as easily as possible, they should make this DNA test more affordable.
Yeah,
so
I wanted to say that it's expensive.
Yes, it is expensive. I know that. They should make it more affordable. It should be a part of a healthcare provision in our system, so that when you have issues like this, just easily run the DNA test and keep it pushing. And I also have a problem, just to wrap it up quickly. You did not bring up the issue of DNA when the man was alive.
Exactly.
It's now that he's late.
I will not be surprised. That child might actually have a spitting image of that man.
No, she said that the boy does not look like him. That's why they said, even if he looks, we saw Mohbad.
Exactly.
We saw Mohbad. They said
some people can look like your
son.
great grandmother
They said
or
because
father.
you don't look like him, you are not the child, and that's just, it just shows the level of ignorance.
Yeah.
If you think like that.
Yeah. Well said. If I'm to add anything to what you just said, I think that culture of when you don't have a female child, this one is not even that she does not have a female child. She had a male child. And yes, two. So I think at this point, they should abolish that culture, scrape it off completely. Women should have equal rights. But I am looking at the video of somebody that is in deep pain, and yet you're causing her more pain by taking her children. You're not, I don't think they even left anything behind for her to, feed on, and then you're still taking her to court. For me, this is the highest form of wickedness and inhumanity. And I think the court, at the end of the day, just like they say, is the last hope of the common man. I feel that the court should actually melt justice on this particular case. But let's move over to the last but not the least stories, which is more like an uplifting news from the medical world. Now, Nigeria has recorded a historic breakthrough at the prostate clinic in Lagos. A team led by Professor Kingsley Ekweme has successfully performed the country's first Urolift surgery, a modern, minimally invasive treatment for enlarged prostate. This means that many Nigerian men can now get world-class care without flying abroad, including the politicians. It's proof that when our doctors get the right tools, Nigeria can stand tall in global medicine. And kudos to Nigerian medical sector. They have been doing, wonderful job. You could see that apart from Jabarin, there are still some medical doctors in Nigeria that are doing well, and congratulations to them. And now to some heartbreaking news from the world of music. R&B and soul legend D'Angelo has passed away at the age of 51 after a quiet but courageous battle with pancreatic cancer. The Grammy-winning star, born Michael Eugene Archer, was a pioneer of the neo soul movement, blended raw emotion with timeless groove. his debut album, Brown Sugar, and his classic Voodoo defined a generation, giving us a hit like Lady and Untitled. How does it feel? Now, family sources confirmed that he spent his final days surrounded by loved ones, and after months of illness and 2 weeks in hospice care, tributes have poured in from artists around and across the world, honoring him as a trailblazer who changed the sound of modern R&B forever. D'Angelo's music taught us that soul isn't just a sound, it's a feeling. And though his voice has gone silent, his rhythm will live on through every note he left behind. And we, the rest of active citizens and the entire world, are saying rest in peace to the musical icon, D'Angelo. Sleep tight. And now, to wrap up the story, Sharon, thank you so much for doing this with me. It has always been a bliss and insight having to discuss others' light and sometimes funny issues with you here, and even serious ones with you. Is always an insight. I enjoy your contribution to the show every single time.
You're welcome.
And yes, for the first time, not the first time though, I want to appreciate our our medical team. Oh God, I'm still in the European of the medical milestone and the rest, but I want to give some kudos to our technical team right here in the studio. They have been doing a tremendous job just to keep this program afloat, and thank you so much. And then to you, our viewers, thank you for always joining us. But if you're yet to join us on all our social media platforms, please, you can find us across all social media platforms at Active Citizens, and make sure you share our videos to your friends, to your family members, and to your loved ones who really appreciate that. But let's call today a day. Not actually a day, because we'll be seeing you in the evening for Active Citizens Parliament. Do have a wonderful afternoon.